die. This is what a 35-year-old Nitika sitting in one corner of the room, crying, sad, depressed, not knowing what future holds for her, ridiculed, body-shamed, was told by someone. And not knowing what to do, looking at herself in the mirror, can't recognize herself, she sought help. A mentor suggested, start journaling. And she's like, journaling? How will that help? She was reluctant. And she hesitantly starts. Certain lines are so faint, just like her, she was invisible. Eventually, she started and scribbles, tearing down the papers. The frustration coming out. And in all that darkness, the mess, the black and the brown, from Nitika 1.0, here I evolve today to Nitika 2.0, standing in front of you, finding a purpose, finding something radical, something personal, something ancient. Start writing again. Thank you. We live in a world where everything is typed, fast, paced, auto-corrected. And in that speed to go ahead, we have lost something deeply human, the power of writing by hand. Let us be honest, typing is convenient. We type for work, we type for love, we type for shopping, we even type to argue. In fact, we even type, I miss you. But typing is transactional, it gets the job done, it delivers data. Handwriting, on the other hand, is transformation, it's connection. Talking about connection here, how many of you have received a letter? Thank you. Not an email or a WhatsApp, a real letter where you can see the handwriting, feel the pressure of the pen, see the smudges where they paused, even a stain at the edge. I do. It was from my 10-year-old daughter, a very simple note which said, Mama, I love you because you care. And that note still sits in my wallet while hundreds of messages from that same day have been deleted forever. Parents in the audience, do you agree? That note is so precious. Yes, that is what handwriting does. It is a fingerprint on your memory. It is more than communication. It is emotion. It is human. It is energy. Talking about emotion, I met this gentleman, 60-year-old Sharma uncle, in a seminar. Talking to him, he told me his wife had passed away 2 years ago. And he also said there were some letters which he used to keep by his bedside, in fact, even take them to bed. And I asked him, why do you take them to bed? He's like, Nitika, these are the letters from my wife, and they have a voice. I said, they have a voice? He said, yeah. When she has written on them, her hands were on that letter someday, Nitika, the letters talk. This is what handwriting can do. Connection. Studies reveal people who write by hand retain information up to 40% better than people who type. Because when you write, it slows you down, it elevates your mood, it reduces anxiety, it also enhances decision-making abilities. Study also says that when you write, your brain processes words differently. It slows down, it absorbs, it reflects. National Public Radio recently said children who write cursive develop better comprehension skills. Talking about that, at 8-year-old, the mother came to me and said, Nitika, my child is a brilliant student, very intelligent. But when he writes, his hands tremble and his grades are going low. Moms in the room, can you agree what she would be feeling? Yes, I see some nods there. And I told the boy, let's start small. 5 minutes a day with a pencil. He was like, that's it, ma'am? I said, yeah. Words became sentences, sentences became paragraphs, and one day, proudly he hands me a paper, neatly written, broadly titled, The Return of Sunita Williams. He had just won the essay competition in school, his confidence skyrocketing. He came, he hugged me and said, ma'am, thank you. Earlier my hands wouldn't listen, but now they do. This is the magic of pen on paper. And the world is beginning to notice. In 2023, Sweden made a bold decision. They removed digital devices from their primary section and got back traditional books and pens. On asking, they said, our children are not able to have critical thinking. That is a very powerful shift back to basics. And what if India is next? What if we realize in a race to digitize everything, we have lost the very tool which helps us to think, to feel, to remember. See, we started typing because our words started moving faster than the world. And autocorrect became our safety net. Emojis have replaced emotions. And when we talk about emotions and expressions, I attended a workshop where there were the new generation and people of the 90s give me a cheer. And when I was taking down hand notes, they called me old school. They don't know what those letters, what those notes mean to me and how I can retain information. That is what pen does on paper. Okay, let me ask you one more thing before I end up. How many of you procrastinate? Thank you for being honest. I think the others are going to raise their hands tomorrow. Yes, I will give you a tip. People who procrastinate, start writing down your to-do lists and see the magic happen. It will start getting better. This is what it does. In fact, it is a lot more than just information there on that paper when you're writing. Just think of the World War soldiers writing back home. Were they only information and updates? No. They were longing. That was hope. That was humanity. Those were actually the words coming from them. Okay, or take for instance Anne Frank, the small girl who wrote her diary, which has moved millions of people across generations. Was there not because it was typed and edited, but because every word she wrote was raw, alive, and real. Her words became her refuge, her voice. So today here, in front of all of you, and you, and you, and you, and all of you, I want to ask you, in the generation of 100K followers and 10 million views and thousands of contacts that we have on our phone, will you dare to write again? You need not be a poet. You just have to be present. A small letter, a post-it note, a sticky note, a chit in the tiffin, something which connects you with first yourself and then with the world. So I want to ask you all here, in the world that types, will you start writing again? Thank you.